Namaste. I am Sridhar Banigiri, welcoming you to my channel. Today I am going to share with you about the most important or the very important subject each one strives for. The subject which I want to call as happiness. We will discuss, or I will share with you my understanding about the science of happiness. It's everyone's desire, it's everyone's wish, or it's inborn in everybody to be happy. Seeking happiness is a big challenge for every person. Generally, humanity in general, everybody wants to be happy. This inspiration to talk about happiness happened after listening to His Holiness Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda, an interview that he gave to Mohandas Pai, the ex-HR in charge of Infosys, a very known philanthropist. Mohandas Pai interviewed Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda. On that occasion I was there in Bididini Adinam. The first question Mohandas Pai asked for Bhagavan was, what is this happiness and what is this seeking of happiness? Everybody wants to be happy, and what is this peace? That was the question, first question he asked him. I will share a link in this video. You can go through that interview. It's a very nice interview, you will enjoy. What Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda very clearly mentioned was, happiness is an independent process. It's a spiritual alchemy process which is independent of the external circumstances. Very beautifully he put it. He told that happiness is independent spiritual alchemy process in us that is independent of the external circumstances. He also gave very clear example by telling A plus B is equal to C. This is the way it is, but most of the time we make it another way, making C plus D is equal to A. We try to do that to ensure that we reach to A. That is a totally opposite way we look at. Most of the time many of us would have come across these great sayings that to be happy one should be happy within ourselves. It is not dependent on external sources. We would have heard about it in many quotes by great spiritual leaders. We would have seen that many people talk about happiness. By quotes also we know that happiness is dependent on us. It is not dependent on external circumstances. This everybody would have one way or the other known about it. But yet most of us look for happiness outside. We feel by doing this, by following one goal, or by reaching a goal, particular goal, we want to be happy. Like I became a great businessman, then only I will feel happy. If I become an IAS officer, then only I will be happy. Or if I become a minister, then only I will be happy. So if this happiness, most of the time we link it to the external circumstances, and blindly we go on, it is habituated that we go on looking for that happiness. We say until that is achieved we are not happy. So our happiness comes only when we reach that goal. That is the logic most of us have. Most of us would have practiced also, and many of the times we would have also seen that success. We wanted to reach a goal, then we thought we are doing that just to be happy, and we would have reached that goal also. That end results you would have achieved, After achieving also, we will feel that still there is some lacking within us. That lacking is not being happy. Most of the times we link this happiness to relationship. We link this happiness to relationship in such a way that we feel only if my son or my daughter are happy, we will be happy. Only if my wife is happy, I will be happy. If I keep my parents happy, I will be happy. If I keep my brothers and sisters all around me happy, then only I will be happy. Everything we put, or we indirectly put it in an external way, looking for happiness by saying that by making them happy, we will be happy. This is generally a concept, an idea which we have, which we blindly follow. That happiness we are examining here. That happiness, when I am examining, I want all my viewers to be along with me. Along with me means together we are looking into whether that can give happiness to us. Like Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda very clearly mentioned, happiness is a separate spiritual alchemy process in us, independent of the external circumstances. While saying so, it has lot of meaning, lot of depth one has to look into to understand it. For instance, even some great spiritual gurus or leaders will tell, you do yoga in the morning, you sit for meditation for one hour, you will be happy. So, the concept or the idea what a person has is, if I sit for meditation for 1 hour, 30 minutes, I will be happy. I will be happy. So, keeping that in mind, they sit for meditation. To reach happiness, the goal is to reach happiness. So, to reach happiness, we have followed many paths, whether it is a materialistic path or a spiritual path. Most of us, most of us would have done that. If you want to be happy, every day do morning yoga, sit for meditation for 30 minutes, you will feel peace within yourself, you will be blissful, you will be happy. So, a person who is knowing that and who wants to follow that, first instance he has in his mind is that he should sit for meditation. Only after sitting for meditation, he will reach the goal of becoming peaceful or happiness. This is where he is wrongly understanding about, most of the time, most of the time, you would have not been sensitive to the feeling of happiness which is happening within him. He would have had a glimpse of happiness by doing meditation, but the process what he is following may not be true. That is what, when Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda said that it is an independent spiritual alchemy process happening within us. When we look within us, that is a different process, independent of everything else. That independent of everything else also is independent of sitting for meditation. Sitting for meditation or sitting for puja, that is independent of that also. So when we start looking within ourselves, I am sure we will know that the process what happens within us, the independent spiritual alchemy process which is happening within us is a different compared to the external circumstances or situations. This I am stressing. I do not know how many people are with me, but to give an example, the best way is to share a story. By sharing the story, I am sure we will all come to know what this being happy is. This story it's not a story, it's a real thing. 500 years back, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an incarnation of Sri Krishna. They called him an incarnation of Krishna Avatara. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was there 500 years back, was known for his great devotion to Lord Krishna. When he was a young boy, he was Vishwambara, his name was Vishwambara, and it is known that he was very mischief when he was a young boy. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to do as a young boy, as a naughty boy, he used to go to a vendor near his house. The vendor was a vegetable vendor. He was very fond of that vegetable vendor. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go to that vendor and start having a conversation with him and start, bullying him. Bullying him means he used to start pulling his legs and he used to tell, I am going to proclaim loudly what you are doing inside. He used to tell that vendor. That vegetable vendor was puzzled. He used to tell him, see, I know what you are doing inside. I will just yell now and call everybody and tell that actually you are doing something different from what you are selling. Selling vegetables and fruit, you are doing something different. I will call everybody and yell that what you are doing is different. He used to threaten him. This poor man, the vegetable vendor, was puzzled. He used to ask, okay, what is that? Please don't call anybody. Please don't call anybody. Why he used to tell that is, this vegetable vendor was deeply attached to, he had a deep devotion to God, and he used to keep on chanting about God's name, and he was always singing the glory of God within himself. He used to be very happy, blissful inside by reciting God's name or chanting God's name. His devotion and love to the God was so much that he was not showing it outside to anybody. He was selling vegetables, but deep within himself, he was always with love with God, he was singing his name. Externally, when somebody goes around, he used to sell vegetables. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that, and he used to tell, now what you are doing inside is different. I only know that what you are doing. You are in great love. With great love, you are forgetting what you are doing about yourself. What you are looking at outside, you are forgetting. And you are pretending that you are selling fruits and vegetables. So if I call loudly and call everybody here, they will come here, and when they see you, they will know your real nature. So this vegetable vendor was a very pious, simpleton. He used to tell, no, please don't call them. You just leave me alone. Just go from me. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the naughty Vishwambara, used to tell, okay, give me some vegetables free of cost. Give me some vegetables, I will not pay for you. Only when you give vegetables vegetables and fruits free to me, then I will be quiet. So in order to send Vishwambara out, that poor vegetable vendor used to give some fruits and vegetables to him and tell him to be quiet. This every day it used to happen. Then every day this used to happen. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a great love to that vegetable vendor. In order to have this dialogue with him, he used to come and play mischief with him. And this vegetable vendor was a great devotee inside. Inside used to feel ecstatic love, with love and bliss and happiness used to be always singing the name of inside he used to be singing the Lord's name and be always happy. This only he was doing it in his inner self he used to do that, without showing anything to outside external people. Whoever sees him, he used to look like a simpleton selling vegetables, but inside he used to sing and be very joyful. So this weakness, not wanting to know outside, Vishwambara used to play with him by me telling that I will tell people. So one fine day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks Vishwambara asks this vegetable vendor, why are you doing this? What has this God given to you? Why you are always singing deep within inside and not showing it outside to anybody? And you are so withdrawn within yourself. You don't want others to know what you are doing. Why you are doing that? Has this God given you a separate house, or he has given you a building? What has he done for you? You are always singing. Then the vegetable vendor, in a simple way, he tells, see, me singing glory of God, which makes me happy and peaceful. I am peaceful and happy singing inside myself and praying and with love to God. That I am doing because I am getting happiness. Whatever I want, I am getting. Whatever I want, I have a house, I have a small house, I am happy within. With all those external things, I am happy. I don't have to look for further things. All other people who are going around, they are rich people. They have earned a lot of money. The vendors, the people who come to purchase with me also, they are rich people. They have earned a lot of money. But they are not happy the way I am happy inside. Ultimately, they also are going to reach the graveyard, like I also reaching the graveyard. But I am knowing that whatever I am having, I am comfortable with it. But inside I am having deep peace and deep happiness. Whereas the other person who is going behind money might not have that. He used to tell this. He used to tell this to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Friends, why I shared this beautiful story is, that is what it is. Like Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda mentioned, happiness is a spiritual alchemy process which is separate or independent to our external objects or to the external things which we are going around. So once we develop the art, or once we focus on the art of looking within ourselves and being happy and blissful inside, I am sure we will get to that happiness always. It is not dependent on our external circumstances. It is not dependent on my son. It is not dependent on my father. It is not dependent on my wife. It is not dependent on my daughters. It is not dependent on anybody. This happiness is deep within ourselves. Treat it like separately. Then deal with everything outside. Like Paramahamsa Nityananda very clearly tells, success with depression. We all have experienced, many of us would have experienced, you would have gone behind something with great willpower, you would have gone behind something, you would have achieved that goal. Once we achieved that goal, we would have been happy temporarily, but not permanently. Immediately we go back to that. We go back to the deep void within us. So this understanding the spiritual alchemy process which is happening within us, that is a science in itself. If we develop that science within ourselves, that will eventually lead to peace. And when we are peaceful, the things around or the circumstances around us also will be happy. Everything will be in line, in alignment with us. In alignment with everything, we will be blissfully happy inside. This is what I wanted to focus by me sharing or by me enriching my viewers about this idea or concepts about happiness. I am sure I am also educating myself by doing so. This is what I wanted to share. Friends, if you have any queries or questions, please do communicate to me. Please like this video, share this video so that this concepts or idea may reach others also. That is the intention of making this video, and I am sure and I believe firmly whatever I have discussed now would have awakened or would have given an idea about looking within ourselves. That science of inner science, that is inner spiritual alchemy process, we would have distinguished it very clearly from the external happenings around us. If this discussion or if this video, if it can enable that, then there is satisfaction in making this video. Thank you for the patient listening. Once again, I will share the links down. You can have that full interview scene with the interview which happened between Mohandas Pai and Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda. Please see that video. You will have a lot of clicks happening in you. That's what is happening in me. Saying so, I wish everybody to be happy, Nityanandam. May you all be in eternal bliss. Thank you.